You know, I don't fully understand why we can't just bring a party of 11, but whatever. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we reached the Infernal Castle, the final dungeon of the regular game of Cold Steel 2. And this time we're gonna finally start the climb. We're moving up, we're just climbing our way up these long, long steps. And we're hoping we can finally go and put a stop to everything that the Noble Alliance is planning.
Winds, give us your blessing. My turn.
Right away, we're starting with two new enemies, the Seraphic Gate and the Ebony Pawn.
All right, let's do
throw out
this.
the Motivate, sure.
Understood.
Right.
Of course.
Them getting a bunch of turns to
Onward.
start things off is a little bit unfortunate, but
No
we
escape.
can work with it.
Leave it to me.
There we go, we eliminate one of them right away. Also stabby the
It's
pawn,
my turn.
because we can just detect
Analyzing
her
the
right
enemy's
away.
vitals.
As always, no need to really ever do
got
a
it.
detector on them. But a lot of enemies will be dropping new materials here. That is something to keep in mind.
Here I go. Burn to a
Dragon. We're gonna start things off a little bit hot, no pun intended. And note we can throw out a rush as well.
Understood.
Chip away at
my
the
turn.
Seraphic Gate a little bit more.
Not a chance.
Thank you, Gaius.
My turn.
No healing from Reen,
It's my turn.
unfortunately. Gaius can do a couple stabs there.
Here I go. Analyzing the enemy's vitals.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine.
I've got it. I'm sorry, everyone.
And Emma goes
My
down
turn.
in our first battle. This is a tremendous start to a final dungeon,
Yeah.
must say. Then again, she is one of a few people who are pretty low
Thank you very
level
much.
for us,
My
and
turn.
I also taking it. Yeah, they're all 118. We're around
Leave it to me.
110 at this point for a lot of the party that we currently have with us. Huh. Well then, that's
Here I go.
concerning.
Sorry.
No, let's
All right, let's
swap
get this
in
started.
Sarah. And you are pretty strong against both things that Sarah has. This is why I wanted to bring something extra instead of just having the wind arts on Sarah, but you know, if it's efficacy on both wind and fire, then it doesn't really help us out much.
Okay, we're burning daylight.
You 1.3 times XP. Emma is up
I'm
to
so glad.
112. So they're high-level spirits in here after all. I'm surprised when also knows the Vermilion Apocalypse's castle. My grandmother said in the past, we're in for quite an ordeal here. I think we have the two of you to help fill us in on what to expect. I don't know. You have some knowledge about it, but this isn't exactly the same castle that appeared here 250 years ago. Castle's layout and contents change depending on both who summons it and the circumstances they summon it in. Kind of like how the Divine Knight changes slightly depending on who their awakener is. That's unbelievable. If for a castle summoned by a witch. Sounds like we're better off throwing out all preconceptions at the door. Regardless, Dracula's Alliance at the heart. The Alliance may encounter this castle in the past, and we shall do the same. Stay alert and get moving. The first stratum. Each floor is actually pretty long. So it's not anything to sneeze at for the length of these dungeons. We'll swap Eustace in.
Here they come.
That's fine.
Very well.
And we can charge up a Crystal Flood right
My
away.
turn.
All
Really,
right.
Laura? Poke, poke, you vanish. Goodbye. Crystal Flood should take both of them out, probably. That's actually you. Oh,
Here
a
I
lot
go.
bulkier than I thought it would be.
Sorry for the trouble.
Swap.
I'll handle this.
Swap Elisa in. And I'm guessing, yeah, Mirage Arrow can hit both.
Mirage Arrow.
It'll do a little bit more damage.
Now.
One of them will survive, unfortunately, just because of Yeah. And he gets a 0 Artira. Oh, well, he's just delaying.
Leave this to me.
This pawn just delaying the inevitable.
Leave it to me.
But apparently, not delaying it enough.
They're open.
Or delaying.
Gotcha.
He's delaying it very effectively.
My turn.
It was the exact opposite
An opening.
of not delaying it enough. I'll poke you.
All right.
Just rocking back and forth.
My turn.
Slice and dice.
Very
Down
well.
you go, and of course the one that was vanished comes back.
No problem. Sorry.
Swap Emma
would you
in.
mind? I'll take it from here.
You should be good to
Arc is activated.
Grand Press.
Now.
I think would be the most effective move here. As expected, the higher elements are in play
Battle's over.
with this
But
witchy
stay
castle
alert,
as
everyone.
Rena levels up to
I did it.
118. All of us getting up there on the levels, but again, still not quite satisfied. I don't... What? I might take some time between some episodes near
Winds,
the
give us your
end
blessing.
to use all of our Shining Combat.
Curse you.
Not certain yet. That
I'll
was literally
handle this.
useless. But whatever. Charge up
Onward.
Crystal Flood. Judge Pillar is... I mean, it'll take damage from it.
It's my turn.
Poke, yeah. Poke. Death Blow is actually gonna be... I don't know if Death Blows apply to arts. Let's find out. Yes it does. Very nice.
Curse you.
And Eustace getting more and
It's
more
my
angry
turn.
at things that when he already has 200. So does not matter if he's getting
before
angry.
my blade.
Doing pretty well. Some EP charges up. Do we have anyone heal that is capable of healing in this party? Okay. Sarah has Holy Breath, and she can recover pretty easily with Thor as a Master Quartz. Especially if I just start. If I use enough crafts, I'll be fine.
You're in my way.
And a couple more enemies. You know what? I think all of these enemies are not that bulky. So Radiant Line, and I think I saw Dragon Vision on Laura. I would imagine.
Evil will fall before my
No,
blade.
does not look like it. Alright, that's fine.
That should suffice. No complaints here.
Bunch of levels up.
I'm so glad.
Who does have Dragon Vision? Green does, okay. That makes sense.
Here they come.
My turn. I leave this to you. I've got
In that case, swap Renan, we will boost up the Termination Slash. And again, we'll view this because I have skipped through it a number of times. So, skip through it a number of times. It's our most recent S-Craft, and I believe the final S-Craft of the game that we have not seen as of yet.
Termination Slash. Die!
Pop all those in.
We'll cut our own path.
There we go. 1.9 times. Laura and Emma both level up.
I've only just begun.
Radiant Spin, the upgrade to Blade Spin, right? Something like that. I already love that
I feel
craft,
strongly-
so hell yeah, I'll take an upgraded version. Swap you out there. I use Elisa a lot, so I don't really think it's too much if I have her in the active party. We get a tier all balm. I think that might be all the enemies on the first stratum that
Very
we've
well.
now investigated. Slice and
My
dice
turn.
you. Brilliant Spin. That's what the previous version
Leave
was
it to
called.
me. Go, CO!
Couldn't quite remember. We're doing a lot of... Really? You know what? I don't feel like you guys should move or do
I shall
anything.
fulfill my duty as a noble.
We're just cutting through them right now. Of course, with all the U materials we're getting, we can get some very nice weapons.
A worthy
Can't
act.
reach us.
Very
Here.
well.
I did kind of just let that happen, but it's fine.
Leave this to me.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, it's Laura. She's not gonna do much. We'll just La Forte with the.
Leave it to me.
With the zero art. Take that into account. Savage Fang should do pretty good as well. Especially with Gaius being at full HP.
It's my turn. Arc is activated.
Let's charge up an Altair Cannon.
My turn.
We do have a Fortuna that we can toss on over.
My turn.
And Laura can just poke you. Fortuna, this should do wonders for Emma.
You're mine!
Gaius dodging is very nice. That missing is also very nice. We could still get unscathed from this. I don't know if we've seen the animation for Altair Cannon. But here it is. And we got it for free because of Ares.
Battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
More
That should
levels
suffice.
up. Eustace to
Just getting
112.
started.
Gaius to 113 when we get Savage Fang 2. Very fitting for having just used Savage Fang in this fight. Throughout the stratums, we will also see some markers for different places that we will have to do field attacks onto. A lot of them will be opening doors. Most of them are required. I think there might be like one or two that aren't required, but I'm not 100% certain. Just go through them all, anyways. If it's not required for progression, they'll give you good items. So, no reason not to accept the generosity of the Infernal Castle. Alright, moving along. No, let's actually get a triplet advantage for once. Go back. Thank you.
have the advantage
And double
here.
advantage works fine as well.
It's my turn.
Let's get our
I'll handle this.
combat points up. Or craft points. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm
My
almost
turn.
certain that they said at some point what it is, but
It's
I
my
don't remember
turn.
paying attention. And it was a long time ago. Crest can hit all of them? Wow.
Now,
And especially with us getting that as a crit, yeah. Emma is
but
ridiculously
stay alert,
strong.
everyone. No.
Emma and Laura, easily the hardest hitting party members in the game. They are tremendous when they are on the offense. Laura is a lot easier to set up to do very heavy hits, but Emma can definitely hit harder. Stronger attacks, as well as, I believe, almost every enemy having lower art strength than arts defense than physical defense.
Let's get this over with.
Just means that
I'll handle this.
you can do ridiculous amounts of damage with
Join me.
Emma.
Leave this
So-
to me.
Yeah. And big hits there.
Leave it to me.
Very nice. Couple more pokes
Onward.
underway. Laura starting off with the plus strength is also really nice.
Very well.
So that's fantastic.
All right.
There's one person
Onward.
who's been commenting on videos recently who
Evil will fall before my blade.
I can't remember the name
did
off the
it.
top of my head, so I do apologize to you. But you are giving a lot of very good tips onto easy mode. Also, we pick up some Virgo boots. These are ladies exclusive. Yeah, pretty nice. Lots of defense. We'll pop that on to Laura. She's our best physical attacker. But I'll just talk about it now. I have things to talk. I have time. So easy mode plays out very differently from hard and nightmare. On easy mode, you can definitely go by. You can settle with just your pure attackers.
My turn.
Eustace is a mixed attacker. He's a good all-around piece.
An opening.
That's for sure. Laura, of course,
Leave
is
this to
tremendous. Reen is a very good party member.
escape.
Gaius can also do very well.
Sire!
Of course, Fee is very
Evil will
good.
fall
Millions very good.
before my
Sarah's very
blade.
good. Pandora, as we reach level 4, more
I'm
chance
so glad.
to do things. Maybe Esther Flare too. I don't really use that too much. But the support characters like Elisa and Elliot, those two are some of the better characters in the entire game just because of how valuable their support is. We're not seeing it right now, but we will almost certainly see it on the boss of the first stratum. Having the support potential is really good. When you're in long, drawn-out fights like you can be on some of the hard mode bosses. So, for example, like we had with Altina just 2 episodes ago. I don't think we would have gotten away if we didn't have Elliot do it. Granted, Artemis Tier could have put that on anyone. Elisa with Heavenly Gift is really good. Heavenly Gift is probably honestly, Heavenly Gift might be the single best move in the entire game. Insight is a tremendous status when it works. Because I've had some inconsistencies with Insight working.
A worthy adversary.
It's tremendous when it works.
I leave this to you.
And
I've got this.
adding the plus total, it's what, a total of 120 CP, I believe, on top of that, is also incredibly nice. It does a little bit of healing, if I recall, and it also, it grants, what is it? It grants 40 and does, it grants 40, does 20 over 3 turns, I think, is the way that it works. But
all right.
it makes Elisa into an invaluable party member on
turn.
hard mode, on any difficulty that you have really anything difficult, which, yeah,
Arc is activated.
you can really get into that level at some later points. I mean, right here, we're getting 6,000 from, I mean, they're strong, getting 5,000 from normal enemies. So, on hard mode, Laura, even though I have her start to be relatively tanky, she is a little bit low on levels, I will admit. There are people who are higher level than her, and she is...
This is it!
An opening!
I imagine 6 levels below. I think 5 levels. I think she's at 114 right
Onward!
now. She's only going to be able to survive 2-3 hits.
With me, Eustace!
So that's where Elliot comes in. Now, you can definitely replace Elliot with anyone who has cannon. Put cannon on anyone, they're going to do tremendous as a healer. But Elliot, of course, starts off with cannon, and he works best with cannon. So, having a dedicated healer is something that you can never go wrong with. It's very boring, and they're pretty much only going to be there as a healer. But it's so incredibly useful to have those healers, especially later difficulties, that it really just makes things so much easier and even possible.
Now.
There is one boss that we'll be facing here. He's the penultimate boss, I believe. That you will be able to see for sure. I have not fought him on hard in a long time, but I can guarantee that we were not going to be able to do that fight without Elliot and Elisa putting in the work.
But stay alert, everyone.
They're not going to really be doing much damage. It'll probably be, I imagine it'll be,
That's a real beast of a monster.
probably put in, it'll probably be Emma and Green, if I had to hazard a guess, but
our chance. Don't let it
support characters are so necessary
My turn.
on higher difficulties because of just how much damage enemies can do. It's ridiculous how strong enemies can get in this game. We saw it with the Sasquatch. Sasquatch could basically just decide to end our game. There are a few times when, just because of his speed, because of his attack, and because we couldn't quite do enough damage, we couldn't set Emma up enough, that Sasquatch was just taking us out in a matter of few turns, we didn't stand a chance against Sasquatch
This
for a
could
while.
be an issue. I leave this to you. All right, let's
And
get
so,
this started.
you know, with proper support setup,
Here goes.
that is something that you always have to go with.
Now.
Support setup is the big thing, because again, Elliot, Lisa, they are very bad by themselves. They are not going to be able to solo things for you. But what they can do is they can make these tough fights possible. They can make these tough fights not probable.
Battle's
Not
over.
possible. I already said
But
possible.
stay
It makes
alert,
them problem.
Just getting started.
So, having the
Let's
support
not-
characters like Elisa and Irene is not flashy in the slightest. But they are incredibly
looks like a
valued
toughie.
nonetheless. Oh god, this looks painful.
My
So,
turn.
I do appreciate the comments on it. I'm not saying, I'm not
Okay.
trying to, you know, I'm not trying to shit on you. I appreciate the, you know, what you have in the comments, and you are a very consistent commenter. Again, I'm very sorry that I cannot remember your
It's
name
my
off
turn.
the top of my head. But
Yeah, there.
it is,
They're open.
it just,
you up.
yeah, hard mode is very different from easy. On easy mode, each enemy is, well, pretty easy. You can very quickly speed through the game. And I did on, just to make sure I had all the achievements on PlayStation.
It's
I
my
don't
turn.
have the complete the game on hard achievement, but it's fine.
I'll handle
But
this.
just having these support characters is so nice because it does
activate.
allow for things to be possible in some of these more difficult fights, like we're going to be seeing. So, yeah, that's kind of an offhand thing I wanted to say.
All right.
But yeah, there is no character in this game who is
They're
bad.
open.
That is one thing that I will disagree with you on. You are very, very adamant in saying that there are certain characters that suck, and I don't believe that there's any character who is bad. Every character has their purpose, and some purposes just aren't for some people's playstyles. I am not a fan of using arts too much, so I would see Emma, or offensive arts, I would specify. Healing arts, of course.
Very well.
I'm not the biggest fan of using offensive arts, so I didn't really rate Emma that high. But Emma, with not even that much setup, can be
I
so
shall
good
fulfill my duty as a
that
noble.
it's almost a game breaker. Like, we're seeing that these are big, beefy enemies in the final dungeon of the game, and we're annihilating them in almost a single hit. The Altair Cannon 50%, that's taking them out almost entirely with just one move. So, yeah, no character is bad. Some characters are just kind of mid-tier. Malchus is the closest one, but he does have some good support stuff. What's the move called? I forget exactly what it's called. Having basically the CP version of Grail Burst. So good. So just that by itself, I can see making Malchus into a top tier. Or a good character, not a top tier, because you do have Laura. Laura, undoubtedly one of the best characters, evasion tanking, everything, very good. But, rant aside, we are here at the second part of the first stratum, and so we will end things off for here, and next time we'll be advancing on to the end of the first stratum of the Infernal Castle. But until then, see you guys later.